for joining us today. Welcome to Mbinu TV. I'm your host Shiko and I'm so excited to have you on board. So we are actually at the Scarborough Bluffs. The city just opened up. We're outside and it's the summer. So remember that you can also find us on Instagram. That's at Mbinu TV. We'd love to hear from you, interact with you, and if you'd love to be featured with us, you can always send us a DM on there. Without further ado, let's get started. So why don't you introduce yourself to our audience?
So my name is Ndeteni, first name Michelle, and professionally I'm a civil engineer. I work for a consulting firm in Toronto.
Yeah.
And as you know, as most people know me as, I'm an entrepreneur. I sell swimsuits in Kenya, in Nairobi. My brand is called Tenya Swimwear. And yeah, that's, I guess, a brief description of that.
So let's just jump into it. When did you move to Canada?
I moved to Canada in 2014, August. Came here for school, university. I went to Western University in London, Ontario. And I was there for 4 years, and then I started working, so I moved around Waterloo and then ended up here in Toronto.
That's cool. Initially, you came here for school, right? Originally.
Yeah.
But did you intend on settling in Canada?
I didn't know I would stay after university, but the opportunity arose when I got the job, and I decided why not, try it out here. And now it's been 3 years since I graduated, and I plan to stay here as long as possible. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about Tenya Swimwear.
So Tenya Swimwear, first of all, the name Tenya is from my name and my mom's name. So Ndeteni and Nyambura, so 10 from Ndeteni, and then the last part is from Nyambura. And I came up with the business idea, and I proposed it to my mom, actually to both my parents, because I needed investors, and they were like, they liked the idea, and they knew, people have always known, my parents, my family, my friends have always known I really like swimwear. Every time I'm on vacation, every time I go back home, I'm in coast, so I'm always buying bikinis. And it started becoming difficult when I would go back, and I can't really find like unique or cute swimwear because there wasn't much variety or stores
back home,
back home that I could just go to, like in the mall, like Junction or somewhere, and find swimsuits. So it started becoming annoying and expensive because the few stores that had them were pretty expensive. So that's when I came up with the idea to start buying bikinis from here because it was cheaper. Not from here specifically in Canada, but just from abroad.
Yeah. So why beachwear? Why why specialize in that particularly?
So like I said, I love traveling, first of all, and I like going to tropical places, so by the beach, islands, whatever. So obviously if you're always on the beach, you need swimwear. So because I like doing that so much, and I like taking pictures and bikinis and stuff, I figured why not do something I enjoy, like sell something I already enjoy wearing or doing. I can model myself if I need to. I can sell it just based off of my personality. And the funny thing is, I made the Instagram page, my business page, based on, obviously I made the Instagram page for the business, but I marketed it as myself.
Your vision for your brand. Just wanted to know what, like you told me that you were about to launch your website. So what does that look like?
So for a long time, actually for the past 2 years now, the business has strictly been on Instagram because that's been the easiest way for me to reach people and also to communicate with customers. So it's been very efficient so far, but obviously we always look to improve. So now I want to launch a website just to make it an easier process. Instead of people DMing me on Instagram, you can just buy it directly from the website and have it shipped to them. So yeah.
Okay, so a lot of people, when getting into being entrepreneurial, there's a lot of risk involved. I just wanted to know what kind of barriers you may have experienced when starting out, and what kind of advice you give people who are looking to also, start to establish their own brands and, be entrepreneurial like you are.
So for me personally, the biggest obstacle has been, of course, the fact that I'm not in Kenya and my business is based in Kenya. Uh, and I feel anyone who's starting maybe a business back home from abroad, that would be the biggest challenge or fear for them.
Yeah.
And my advice would be just do it. As long as you have support system or people back home who can, deal with things for you and do process stuff for you, you can do it. It's very doable, and you can manage whatever comes up. You can manage it as long as you have a support system. And my support system has been my mom. She does everything physical on the ground for me, and I deal with everything else online. So that was, I would say that was my, I guess, biggest challenge, but I managed it pretty well.
So what about capital? Because capital sometimes is usually the main issue, because you're starting a business, you need to have whatever your merchandise in bulk. So how did you go about, working around that?
So like I said, my parents were my angel investors.
Yeah.
So when I brought the idea to them, I of course already had started saving, because I started this business a year after I'd been working here. So I'd saved some money by then, and I was just saving just to save. I didn't really know what I was going to do with it, but of course it came in handy. And then my parents also invested in the business, so I was able to start off with a decent amount of capital. And I was able to I started small. Obviously I didn't buy that much at first, so I started off with some stock, and then as I grew, as I sold more, I started buying more stock, and we buy a lot.
So talk about your transition with moving here as a student. You have no family in Canada, and starting out your life here. So I just wanted to know a little bit about that.
So I think just based on my personality, I like change. I like new environments, and I like to think I adapt to new environments really well and really fast. So when I came here, I first came here with my mom. She brought me to school, the whole process, and she left after a month. So after that, it was basically just me fending for myself, and it was I wouldn't say it was hard, because you're living in residence, right? And everyone's kind of new, and everyone's getting to know each other, so we were all making friends at the same time. And that was pretty easy for me. I never really got homesick, because also I'll go back home every year, twice a year sometimes, for summer and winter break. And then so the whole transition from Kenya to here wasn't hard for me, because the whole university environment made that very simple. And then the only thing I think I would say was hard is when I started working and I had to move between cities. That was not easy, because you have to get a truck, you have to pack all your bags and find someone to. I wasn't driving at the time, so I had to find someone to drive my stuff. I think that was the biggest challenge, and I wish I had my parents or family around to help me with, but like I said, you still manage to find a way.
Tell us a little bit about what you're passionate about, and Tenya Swim being part of that. Because a lot of people, we sometimes do have great ideas that we want to actualize, but just thinking about the barriers and all the challenges that would come about when implementing that, that could be very discouraging for a lot of people. So I just wanted to know about your passion and tying that together with Tenya Swim.
So what I feel I am passionate about is filling in gaps. So the fact that I, was able to recognize that there was this niche market for swimwear,
Yeah.
because I would go back home, like I said, and I would struggle to find cute swimwear, like unique pieces. But when I was here, it was really easy to find it. And I noticed also a lot of people were paying like a lot for shipping to ship in clothes from like the UK or the US, whatever. So I was like, why don't I fill that gap? Because I have access to these things when I come here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I would say that just satisfying that need for people and just bringing actual swimwear that people would wear and enjoy, and not just wear because they didn't have any other choice but to buy something just to wear in the water. But they actually look good wearing it and making people feel good. That's another thing I think I really like. I love when I can see or feel or hear from people that they feel confident, they feel good in the swimwear that they buy from me. That gives me like a really, really nice feeling inside. And I got, obviously, it stemmed from me getting compliments for the swimwear I wore and posted pictures of. So I was like, why not share that with other people? And that's how, that came.
So, a lot of people, when they get into business, there's a lot of things that you encounter that you didn't anticipate. So I just wanted to know about how else would you have, established your business, or how else might you have gone about, your entrepreneurial approach?
So the one thing I don't think I thought about the most when starting this business was the time difference. Because I wanted to be involved, of course, in my own business. I didn't think about how much it would take for me, because Kenya is, in the winter it's 8 hours ahead, and in the summer it's 7 hours ahead.
That's true.
So that, regardless, is still a huge time difference, right? So I didn't really think about that as much as I should have, because when I started working on the business or whatever, I noticed that I would have to be up really early, like 4 a.m., or sleep really late, just to be able to be in touch and in contact with customers, because they would message me or communicate around a certain time, and that time would be around like 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. here. So that was the hardest part, because I have a full-time job that I had to wake up for, or, sleep early for, and managing that became a bit stressful, and so that has been the biggest obstacle, I would say. But I am managing it, because my mom is able to communicate with them when I can't, and then of course she updates me when I wake up. But some days I will still go to bed late, or go to bed wake up early just to do that. So, like I said, my mom is able to communicate more with them, because I put a phone number on the bio, so people can directly talk to her instead of waiting through Instagram, whatever. And then my work ethic, I think, also really helps a lot, because I'm very dedicated to this. And when I feel like there's a lot of demand, like when I think the highest demand usually is the first week when I post new stock. So that week I will consciously dedicate time or mentally prepare to be up at all kinds of hours, just so I can keep up with the messages and everything, and make sure everything's being delivered on time or whatever. So I think that dedication or work ethic really helps with even just customer satisfaction. And also I've started getting help from other people now. That's one thing I think I had to kind of accept, is because I was okay doing things by myself, but the more you work, you realize you need help, right? So I started getting people to help me with that. That's it.
So there you have it, guys. Ndeteni is going to actually show us some of her favorite pieces and share about the different designs and the themes that she was trying to emulate from these pieces. So I hope that you like it, and we'll also make sure to leave a link for her Instagram and her website by the time this video is up.
Okay, so what I'm wearing right now actually is Tenya Swim. I'm wearing a bikini top, bottoms obviously under my skirt, and this is the cover up that comes with the bikini. So some of our bikinis have cover ups that come with them, so it's like a set of 4 or 3. And then we have just bikinis on their own. So this is one of my favorites in the new stock, just a red bikini. And then I have this cover up, which is also my favorite, and it's just a knit cover up, and it has a high slit, so it looks cute. And then sometimes when I'm feeling a bit animal printy, I like the leopard print, or is this cheetah or leopard?
I think it's both.
It's a cheetah. So yeah, so when I like a print, I like the animal prints. I like this leopard print, and it's a nice brown that matches my skin.
So we can find all these on your website, right?
Some are sold out.
Okay. Okay.
They sell out pretty fast, so anyone who knows Tenya knows you need to buy it as soon as you see it, because they sell out really fast, which is a good thing for me.
Yeah.
But some people get upset by that. You know what? There's always gonna be new stock every month or every other month. So yeah, and then just other regular bikinis, just different styles. This has like, you tie it around your entire like torso, and it's just a purple. And one thing I've learned from this business is that a lot of Kenyans are very scared to experiment with different colors, but I try to make it so that there's variety in every color available, so that people can try new colors. You can't just wear the same blue, orange, whatever all the time, and it's really, so I buy them for myself also, so I can wear them and show them that it looks good on us too. And then there's a brighter colors like this neon pink, and this is a bit sexy with that design, whatever. And so, and then last but not least, there's one pieces. I personally don't wear a lot of one pieces because I prefer bikinis, but of course I have to think about everyone, so we also stock a lot of one pieces. This is one of my one pieces. It's on the page too. It's open like in your torso, and it's backless too. Really cute and really stylish. You can wear this with pants. Like some people wear our one-piece swimsuits with pants or skirts, like a bodysuit. So it's a lot of versatility with it.
Thank you so much. Those are very fun. So thank you again for joining us today. And if you haven't, remember to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. You can also check out Ndeteni, that's at Ndeteni, and her Instagram page for her swimwear is at Tenya_swim. So you can always check her out. She's also launching a website. You can find that on there. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Until next time. Mwah.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes.